Hey guys, Kaiten here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Kaiten Kenjuu Deluxe Drill Crusher from Kamen Build. This is the main weapon of Kamen Build, which can switch between two modes and is compatible with full bottles. So, this set includes three things: the drill crusher itself, which comes in two parts, and one full bottle. So, let's get started. So, to start off, we'll look at the included full bottle, which is the Harinezmi or Hedgehog full bottle. This one is done up in clear white with a metallic white bottle cap. You can see on the bottle the image of the hedgehog with the spines up here. You can see its head right there with the eyes and the snout, and then the body down here. Got the metallic white cap up here, where you can see the sticker here, which has an H for Harinezmi, and then the best match starts with an S. And of course, this one can shake. Get a nice sound. And of course, the cap can be rotated. Once again, it comes with a QR code, but this is not for any kind of collection purposes. This is just for the Ganba Rising game. And then here we have the rail on the back. Next, we can use the full bottle with the deluxe build driver, and we'll start off by pairing up with the tank full bottle. So we'll start by giving it a good shake, twisting their caps forward, and putting them in the driver. And that'll create the trial form Harinezmi tank. Now I'll give you guys a close-up for the Voltech attack.
Ready, go! Voltech attack!
Next up, we're going to swap out the tank full bottle with the Sojiki full bottle. Then the finisher. Next we'll look at the drill crusher itself, which, like I said at the beginning, comes in two parts: the grip and the drill bit. So, first we have the grip, which has all of the electronics in it. You can see it's mainly black with some yellow, as well as red and silver paint. See, it's got a lot of nice mechanical piping and details on it, similar to that of the build driver. You can see a nice pressure gauge right here with an actual needle. Got this part, which will have an LED. Got another gauge down here. Some nice details there. Got your trigger down here. Battery component down back here. And this takes two AAA batteries. The power switch right here. A slot to put a full bottle in right there. And then the release button right here. And finally, the speaker is up here. Then you have our drill bit, which is mainly silver with bits of yellow. You can see that it's got a nice pattern to it, and it does spiral upwards like a drill should. It's also got these pretty cool protrusions on the side. And then you see the port here, which is where it'll plug in to one of the two ports on the drill crusher. So, starting off, we'll switch it on. Then first get into its first mode, which is blade mode. So do that, you take this and attach it on here, like so. Then there you have it in blade mode. Though really this should probably be called drill mode, but Since it's used more like a sword, I guess it makes sense to call it blade mode. So, for this we can activate the attack by pressing this button right here. And you see the main gimmick of the toy, which is that via motor, the drill bit actually rotates. While it's going on, you can also see that the gauges move back and forth, as well as there are some LEDs. Now, if you press and hold the trigger, it doesn't change the lights, but you can keep it going by having continuous presses of the trigger as it's cycling through. So then we can do the special attack. So we'll take our Harnezmi full ball and put it in the slot.
Ready, go!
Then pull the trigger.
Voltech Break!
Now, one little thing I'm not so fond of with the way this works is that because of the way the full balls are designed, when you put in a full ball, the part inside actually drops inward. When it would look better with it being pushed out here, but for that I actually came up with a little solution. So first off, we'll eject this using the button on the back. And that was this little thing here. This is a small piece that I made out of a con swab or Q-tip by just removing all of the con from one end, putting it in here, and then cutting off the top part. And when I put it in here like this, and put it back in,
Ready, go!
you can see that this no longer falls in, giving us a better looking, or just giving us a better look for having this attached.
Voltech Break!
Now additionally, one thing to know about this is that the sound doesn't change regardless of which full ball you put in. So, for example, we can bring in the rabbit full ball, put that in,
Ready, go! Voltech Break!
and we'll get the same Voltech Break. So, then we can remove this, and we'll switch to the other mode, which is done via this button here on the back. You have two buttons for releasing the drill bit in either mode. So for this one, we'll press and hold this button and pull it off. Then we'll attach the end of the drill bit into this port right here. And that gives us gun mode, which actually kind of looks like a megaphone. And you can see now that the inner port basically becomes the gun muzzle, which is a cool little touch. We can pull the trigger for the attack sound. And you can see that the part on here still rotates, and unfortunately the sounds don't really change when it's in gun mode. But they did kind of make it sound like it could be partially a drill swing and partially a gun firing. And we can activate the Voltech Break in this mode too. This time we'll use the tank full ball. And the sound for the Voltech Break also doesn't change. Then to release this one, you can press and hold this button and pull apart just like so. And there we go. So overall, the Drill Crusher is a cool but really pretty flawed toy. It's cool having the spinning drill bit as well as the moving gauges and whatnot, as well as some neat lights and sounds, but therein is where we get to the problem, in that it really seems like they focused more on the mechanical gimmick here, and so the sounds really suffered. Mainly in that there are no different sounds between the two modes, and I think that is both a disappointment and pretty lazy, because there have been plenty of different mode or mode-changing weapons that Bonnie has made in the past, and they've been able to make sounds for them. And I really think it would have been very easy and very simple to simply have a button in here that's depressed when you have it in gun mode, and that would change the sounds. Not to mention, even though it is compatible with full balls, they really just don't change the sounds either. So while it is self-contained in that you get a full ball that lets you activate these sounds for special attacks, it also means that you really are stuck with the limited variety of sounds here. And so, with that being said, I know that this is something that not everybody's going to like, so I can't recommend this to everybody, since I know there are going to be people who are disappointed with the lack of sounds in here. And that's perfectly understandable. But if this is something that looks cool to you and you don't mind the lack of sounds and you think that the gimmick is really cool, then I recommend picking it up. Otherwise, I just say skip on this and buy the Hardy Nezumi full bottle on its own, as from what I can tell, there are basically no differences between the deluxe and non-deluxe versions aside from having to attach on the cap manually. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Yokai Watch Dream Crystal Treasure Kit. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.